Weren't those tools and tips for Google Slides so amazing? I mean, I could go on and on. This whole training could be about just one of these awesome Google things. But let's jump into ideas for the classroom and how taking those tools and tips would actually work in activities for your students. Let's use that companion document once again, our best friend for this training, and take a look at this activity. This activity is a virtual museum template. This is using not only the background feature, but also the placeholders. And so this is an idea of something that you might task students to do to showcase their knowledge. You've got the placeholders and the template is repeated. They could work together and you could build a class museum, or maybe they're building multiple museums exhibits throughout the year. But how fun is that to utilize the background image and the placeholders? The next one actually showcases the answer boxes. Now, this one has a little bit of AI in it too. This is using Diffit, and I had a free trial. And so, one of their features that is actually a paid feature now is they will create activities for you in Google. I haven't seen another AI be able to do this, so it's pretty cool. This one, I got some information on soil and weathering, and then it gave me all of these activities. And I just want to show you how cool that is. What they did here is they use that answer box where the text says click to add, and then you actually add your answer. So they're using those same built-in features in Google to create these templates. And you guys have this. You have a copy of it. You can do whatever you want with it. It takes them through that claim, evidence, and reasoning format, which works great for science, but also English teachers were doing ECRs too. So great strategy to utilize here with the answer boxes embedded into slides. Let's keep getting googly and let's take a look at what collaboration could look like, also using those frames. So here in this activity, it's built, this is one of my peers built this, and they were working with partners. I think this is an adult lesson, but still they kind of gave you the directions. Here's the directions. And then on the next slide, the students are replacing that little picture with it's just a placeholder with an image there. And they would just click and replace that image. And then here, this is cool because it also shows that collaboration. We've got partner one doing a challenge and then also reading partner two's and interacting with their work. So this is a great way to have students work collaboratively on a slide for an assignment. Now, a pro tip is to actually use this in Canvas using Canvas collaborations. If you don't know how to do that, and that sounds super crazy, set up a meeting with your ITS so we can train you on how to do this, and we'll even come in and model it for you. Now, that's a great example of collaboration, placeholders, and a background. The live captions, I've kind of already demoed that, but this link will take you to how that live caption works. You can try that on your own computer and just jot down your thoughts. What do you think about that, and how can you use that for learning? Now, the present to the web feature is really neat, and you might consider doing that with some stop motion animation. Now, all I did was click, and this kind of has all of my notes on it, but you guys can kind of see I was teaching some third graders how to do this. We took an image and we just duplicated the slide and moved the image a tiny bit. And so we did that over and over again to make the image move. And so then they used this with some of their economic vocabulary where they were learning about financial literacy. And so we had a word, and then their stop motion animation was demonstrating that word. And so this was something the teacher tasked them to do, and they got to work on that during their intervention time. And so they're slowly changing one thing in the slide. And then when you present it to the web and it's moving on its own pace, that it looks like this. It looks like a little story kind of animated. This is really cool. You can change the playback speed when it's defaulted to 3 seconds, but you can play with that to make the slides move a little faster. And then it looks like this. Isn't that fun? Now, the last one here is collaboration. So EduProtocols are great. Basically, what they are digital templates and protocols that you would put in place so that students can interact and collaborate online, like with computers. There are tons of different kinds, and this takes you to the books where you can learn more, and there's some free resources. On our companion document, I went ahead and I linked the Iron Chef example. And so this is the Iron Chef EduProtocol. So use the protocol often in your class, but you're kind of changing up what they're doing. It's the how that stays the same. So students, this might be a great way for students to do a bell work or a warm up when they come in. And so they're all collaborating on the same slide deck, but they have a different slide they're responsible for. Maybe you have them numbered, you tell them what number, it matches their desk number, or you can put their names on it. But for this, it kind of gives you directions on what you need to do. For Iron Chef, the kids are basically finding an image, they're clicking and adding text, and then there's a secret ingredient you could give them. So I could see you using this with like a vocabulary activity, maybe before you've taught it, where they're predicting what the term means or how they're going to study that term. So they could add an image or a GIF. You ask them to write the definition, and then your secret ingredient is maybe an antonym, or what is this not? So you would just make up the secret ingredient of the day. So the protocol, you could use this again for other things throughout the year, and the students understand the process, and it gives them a place to collaborate online. And then you could even share and kind of run it through, have it running on the board as the kids are showcasing their knowledge and demonstrating their learning. So this is a great idea. There are tons more EduProtocols. It's worth a Google look. And if you really love these and want to do them, we can help you as your ITSs, but you can also get books and learn more about this process. Guys, there's so much you can do with Google Slides. I hope that you found something new that you didn't know, or something that inspires you that you want to try with your students. I cannot wait to hear how it goes. Keep me posted.